Perfect. Here's the deal, before we get kicking. All of this, everything we're gonna do is optional. It's all, where Tina go? Oh, she's playing. Ready. All of it is optional, and that goes for everybody, right? Because some days you got it, some days you don't, and some days it feels great, some days it doesn't. So remember, there's always a modification. You can always change it, and you can always just take a break. So if it's just like, oh, just want to sit, just take a break. The biggest thing I can tell you is listen to your body. If you don't listen to your body, you're not doing Pilates, because it just won't work. You gotta pay attention. And a lot of it is so much attention, it's almost irritating. It's like, oh my God, can we just move on? But the whole point is to go slow enough that you feel it. So lay down. Lay down. All the way down. And did I say how excited I am that you're all here? I don't know. Maybe. So, biggest stretch in the morning. If you haven't taken one yet, go for it. Get really long, take a big inhale. Take an even bigger, longer exhale. Right on. Draw the knees up over your hips. And you want them right over your hips. So if I come in and adjust, you know that it's from love. That's all. So reach your arms past your thighs. Start to get your arms strong. And then maybe 1 or 2 inches up and down. And this is called the 100. And you can do it with your head up or down. But if you pick up your head, I want you to focus on your shoulder blades. Get them off the floor. It'll release the tension in your neck. So you're not looking to use your shoulders to lift up. You're looking to use your core, right? We're here for 100 counts, bunch of breaths. Breath goes like this. Inhale for 5 counts. Exhale for 5 counts. So it's a very different breathing than yoga. It's in through the nose, out through the mouth, and there's a reason for that. So I'm going to chat with you while you get in this. Nothing else is moving, by the way, right? If your neck hurts, put it down, put your head down. It's not a big deal. Draw the knees together. Some of you, depending on how you feel today, might want to straighten your legs to a 45-degree angle. That will kick up the temperature. So what you're doing is just warming up your core, that's all. You're also trying, as best you can, to find your belly button and pull it down into the ground. You don't want to train your abs out by exerting. You want to pull in. How we doing? By the way, you gotta talk to me. You good? You burning yet? A little bit? A little shake? Come on. It's Friday, you gotta shake. Alright. One more complete inhale. One more complete exhale. Draw your knees into your chest, take your hands behind your ears. There's a reason for that. You don't want to pull, so just hang out there for a sec. And then, right leg, set it out long. Right shoulder blade lifted off the ground and hold it. Depending on where you put your leg is how much you're going to get. Easier, a little harder, but you don't want to go much lower than that. Switch. So while you're doing this, think about it. Put some attention to it. What you're trying to do is pull your belly into the ground. Switch. So we're holding it on purpose. I want you to feel that shoulder blade lift up. Switch. There is also a gentle point to your toes. Switch. Right on. So again, adjusting how you need. Switch. So now we're going to pick up the speed just a little, not too much. So it's 2 on one side, 2 on the other side. So what are you doing? You're trying to reach your toe a little bit longer on the second one. So watch out where that leg goes. If it's too low, so you want to lift your leg. There you go. Perfect. Awesome. So the more you point your toe, the more you're going to get into your quad. Quad is the muscle on the front of your leg, right? Are you still with me? Hello? Yeah. All right. You're like, can we just pick this up a little bit? Yep, we can. So singles. While you're hitting your singles, you're breathing, and I want you to think about and put some attention to your hip bones on the floor, right? Can you feel them both on the floor? Can you feel one coming up off the floor as you reach your leg? And if you can, pull your belly down more. Breathe. How we do it? Breathe in. Anybody grunting yet? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pull your knees into your chest. Take a little breather. If you need to, feel free to drop your knees to one side or the other. Stretch out your back a little bit. Pilates is a combination of work and stretch, so you want to take advantage of both. So here we go. Go back to the little ball. Again, find your belly button, draw it into your spine. Inhale here, exhale, roll yourself up and back. You're moving slow. You're trying to control everything. So keep coming, but you're breathing. So the exhale sends you up, the inhale takes you down. A couple things to think about. Heels are close, so the more you kick your heels out, the less core you're going to get. So keep them close. Another thing to think about, round your spine. In other words, scoop your core, so you're really rounding. If you find that you're getting a thud, or your back ends up flat, perfect. See, look at you. Keep it round. So you want to zip up the tightest jeans you've ever had in your life. Keep the legs closed, you're breathing, you're moving slow, because that'll give you the ability to catch it without maybe dropping your toes down. How we doing? The reason you do this is to find those muscles that are really deep into your core. Find those little bitty muscles. Stay close. Stay close. So the knees stay close to your chest. Everything is a tiny little ball. Beautiful. One more time. Cool. Coming back to center. 2 ways to do this one. You can leave your head down on the ground if that's you, but you still want to pull in your abs, or you can lift up your shoulder blades. So from here, take an inhale, and on the exhale, scoop your arms, swing them out to the side, come out to a V. Bring it in. Send it out. Bring it in. Beautiful. So each time, you're looking for length. You're looking for longer arm reach, longer foot reach. You're working and stretching at the same time. Remember, keep your legs at 45. If you go lower than that, you're now in your hip flexor. Perfect. It'll feel better, but it'll also be a little harder. Right on. So if you have a shoulder issue, this is a really nice one, because you can swing your arms out and swing them back, rotating your shoulder without any resistance. So 2 more times. That inhale in the beginning, the longest exhale. Inhale, pull it in real tight. Exhale, pull it in real tight. Stay right there. Right on. How we doing? Get warm yet? Wow. So the feet up to the ceiling. Relax your shoulders. Hands go beside you. Relax them. Flex your feet. Draw your feet together. Inhale here, pull the belly in, exhale, 5 counts, 4, all the way down, 3, 2, when they get to the floor, flex them, tip your hips back just a little bit, inhale the arms up, keep your arms by your ears best you can, inhale, take it up, exhale, roll over, inhale, rise, drop the shoulders, roll yourself down. So, we're here for a little while. Because there's a lot going on. Tons. Look at that. Wow. Right on, Kim. You want to see if you can push your heels down to the ground. If you want, put the ball between your feet. It'll help you notice if your heels are moving. Another option, put the ball in your hands. That'll get the top body in the right spot. So by placing the ball in your hands, you're going to know if you can see the ball, your arms want to go higher. So keep your arms way up here the whole time. See if you can get your biceps next to your ears the whole time. Because if you throw your arms first, that's momentum. We don't want that. If it's hard, most likely you're not breathing. So see if you can keep your arms way high. There you go. Now roll down. One bone at a time. Slow, slow, slow. Beautiful. Do it again. Don't throw your arms up. No. Try. Nope. Legs down. Inhale. Touch the ceiling. Straight up. Yeah, there it is. We got her. Too funny. So you're still pulling that core in, right? Say yes. If you say yes, you breathe, so it's good. Perfect. So one more time. And now you're going to bend your knees. Place your feet on the floor. A couple variations here. We're going to work through different ones. So some of us have tight hips. I do. Take your feet, plant them on the floor, and then take your knees and just let them drop out a little. Roll back down. We're going to do the same thing. Knees slightly separated. Arms go above your head. Inhale up, exhale, and through. Different. You just threw up your center of gravity. So, here we go. You're looking to push your feet down into the floor. Anchor yourself and use your core. So what happens is, a lot of times people will pull their shoulders forward. And that's your indication that you're using your shoulder, not your core. So did this get harder or easier? Ah! That's that Pilates space that up so much. Alright, so now, roll yourself back down. Now get your knees lined up. So rather than let them fall out, keep them lined up. One of the ways to do that is place the ball between your knees. That makes it harder. So if any of you are in beast mode, there you go. So now you have to be kind of mindful of keeping your knees lined up, because if you don't, the ball's going to fall and everybody's going to know. So here we go. Inhale, lift up, touch the ceiling. Yeah, right. Oh, it's kind of crazy. So push your feet down into the ground, pull your belly button to your spine, roll yourself down. Here's a challenge if you'd like to try it. The next two, close your eyes. You're not going to fall, you're already on the floor, I promise. Close your eyes and see if you can, in your mind, feel and see your spine touch the floor one bone at a time. Anytime you close your eyes, you draw the focus more in. That's the whole point. You're looking to fire up your core. So you can keep your eyes closed or not, it's up to you. But this time, send one leg out to that 45 degree. Pick one, maybe it's your right leg. Gentle point to the toe, and then do it. So the ball is between, okay, so you want to put the ball between your knees. Then send one leg out. So now you have to keep your knees in line, otherwise the ball's going to fall. So set it up. Oh, yes! So, case in point, when it gets tough and you feel like you're not doing it, guess what? You're totally doing it. It's all working. I don't know how many that was, like 8? So do 8 on the other side. So the other leg goes out. So with a gentle point, there you go. Gentle point to your toe. You're actually really conditioning and toning the front of your leg, your thigh. You're strengthening it. And it's not easy. So be careful that the shoulders don't come forward. You want to be up and lifted. So it's almost like your collarbones are really open. And you're breathing. Anytime you get stuck, it's usually because you didn't breathe through the movement. So the stuck point when you're not breathing is actually training your lower, there are no such things as lower abs, but training your belly outward. You want to breathe so it comes inward. You get that flat stomach, right? Okay, so here we go. Did you eat your Wheaties? Both legs come up. Keep the ball between your knees. You can straighten them or bend them. Straight is very difficult, so you do what you want. Here we go. Up you go. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, roll it back down. Try not, if the best you can, nice. Try not to use momentum. Use your core. So you want to feel, yep, breathe. That was the only reason. You just didn't breathe. You can do it. You're just not breathing through the movement. So the breathing is the key. Again, you're on the floor, so you might close your eyes. That helps a lot to not worry about anything else. Just worry about you, not the cute thing next to you. Right? Oh. 2 more times. So if you want to straighten your legs, be a good time. And we'll move on. Awesome. All right, take a little break. If you ever need water, by the way, go for it. Don't wait for me. Now you take the ball, stick it to the side. And then find yourself in a, they call it a V-sit. And keep in mind, there's a couple things on this one you want to be aware of. A lot of people roll back onto their tailbone and they go, oh, I don't like Pilates, it hurts. Well, all you gotta do is just literally shift forward. Lift your chest up higher. So you're gonna take your knees, slight V, toes can touch V if you want. You're gonna take your right hand and send your right leg out, keeping that really tall all the time. So here's the deal. If you end up like this, bend your knee. It's more important to get your spine straight. Then pull it back in, other leg. So you're still tall, right? Are you breathing? So the breath is inhale down, exhale out. Doesn't matter if your leg is bent or straight, that'll come. You want to stay upright and still. Now take your belly and pull it in really tight. Focus on that. All right. So you can stay here if you want, or come all the way up. It's up to you. But check your alignment of your spine. That's the most important thing. Exhale. Inhale. Do you remember that rolling like a little ball thing? Say yes. You're going to try it? I don't know. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So can you catch it? Momentum's not your friend in Pilates. That's the whole point. You want to slow it down enough that you have the control. That your body is in control. Doesn't matter if you bend your knees. What matters is that back. So if you're rounding your spine, you know that you're recruiting from your shoulder. Push your chest forward. If you fall, don't worry about it. All good. Perfect. Look at you. So literally what you just did, so why it's different than the ball, is because you just changed your center of gravity. So you gotta work your core more. Okay? One more time, roll down. Right on. Perfect. So all the way long. Take a big stretch if you want it. Perfect. Draw your feet together. Now if you want the ball, throw the ball under your left heel. Right? Alright, cool. So you got your legs straight, balls under your heel. All of you are in beast mode. You're all like, oh, ball. What is it? The right leg goes up, straight above your hip. So how straight can you get your leg? If it's a hamstring issue, don't worry about it. You can bend your knee, but try to make it as straight as you can get it. Point your toe gently into the ceiling so you don't get a cramp. And then feel your hip bones. So again, you might close your eyes, feel your hip bones on the ground. Now we're going to do some circles, and they're not that big, not to start at least. So circling around and stopping. Circling around and stopping. It's not about speed, it's about control. So you want to feel both hip bones plastered to the floor. You also want to notice any tension in your shoulders. Let it go. You don't need to push on the floor. My suggestion would be to increase the diameter, or what is it, circumference, whichever, of your circle by about an inch. To see what happens when you get it a little bigger. The other piece to consider is that getting that stop. You want to be able to stop it at the top. That will kick it up. So go the other way. So take it out. Inhale, exhale, bring it around. Inhale, exhale, bring it around, and stop. You're going to know what's going on with your hips because the ball underneath your foot is moving. So whatever happens to your foot is happening to your hip. Are you breathing? Are you pulling your belly in? Is your leg shaking? Embrace the shake, people. It's a good thing. One more time. All right, pull that knee in. Right on. So if you take your knee out to the side of your rib cage, almost as if it's like going into your shoulder, like you'll get a better hip stretch. There you go. All right, send that one out. Switch your feet. So place the ball on the other foot. Recenter yourself. Before you go anywhere, push your shoulders into your back pockets. That will give you a core engagement. Then inhale the other leg up. Straight as can be. Point your toe gently. Start your circle. Inhale down, exhale around, and stop. So again, a little checklist of things to think about. Is your chin in a neutral position? Is it too high up where you're like railing on your neck? Just relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Gentle point of the toe. Pull the belly in. Are you breathing? Is the ball moving around? Oh, you guys look good. Perfect. So maybe make the circle a little bigger. See what happens. You can't go wrong. You cannot get this wrong. See what happens. Just notice what's going on with your hips or your shoulders. Do you start to increase tension if it gets bigger? Now go the other way. So good. Breathe. Pull your belly in. Remember, you want to use that pulling motion instead of that exertion exhale with a push out. You want to pull it in. It's like tapping your head and rubbing your tummy at the same time. 2 more. A little bit bigger. Very nice. Now we'll pull that in. Remember, take it off to the side. It feels better. All right, now for the corkscrew. Both feet wrap the ball. Send it up over your hips, straight leg. No help if possible. All right, so this is where some people like to push on the floor, so be really mindful of that. Relax your shoulders. Point your toes gently to the ceiling. Start the circle. This circle might be smaller, it might be bigger, I don't know. But you're going to have to figure out, where are my hips? Can I feel both of them on the ground? What's going on with my shoulders? Are they creeping up by my ears? Can I open my chest up? Can I breathe more? And most importantly, get the stop. Inhale down, exhale around, stop. Inhale down, exhale around, stop. Beautiful. Remembering, anytime you need a break, take it. Bob's grunting for all of you, that's a good thing. Go the other way. Not easy, it's hard. But it's good for you. Like castor oil. Circle it around and stop. So what's going on here? Well, you're really focusing it on your core. Not only that, in order to keep the ball between your feet, you're using your inner thighs and massive hip muscles. So that's where the ball is kind of a nice thing. Breathe in. 2 more. Right on. Pull your knees in. Give it a break for your rest and maybe tip your knees side to side. One of the most important things, I think, is to really pay attention to your body. So it's one thing to be told in class or whatever, do this. There's another thing to say, wait a minute, I need this. So the more tapped in you can get to yourself, the better off your body's going to be. Right on. All right. Lose the ball for a second. Set the feet up. Flex your feet. Little to no help. Right? Head is down. Relax. Flex your feet. Inhale, drop the belly in. Exhale, send the legs to the floor straight. All the way. You need to bend your knees, okay. Perfect. Let's see how far we got. Flex your feet. Inhale, arms up over your head. Shoulders drop. Up you go. Inhale. Exhale over. Is that better? Building. It's kind of cool because it gets easier. Inhale up. Exhale down one more time. And then you're going to stay up. So I'll meet you up here. So the saw. Start out with your feet mat width apart. So the edges of your mat. Flex them. When you flex your feet, you're engaging your muscles. Then draw the belly in, get as tall as you can be. So no rounding, straight spine, arms out. So you want muscle engagement. So this doesn't work. You want to, yeah. Thanks, say muscle. So get really tall. Just the first 1 or 2. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale. How far did you get? Kind of a nice little gauge. How much can you be open? To your back or the other side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. All right, we're going to do that again, and I want you to pay attention to your hips and your feet. A lot of times one foot goes farther than the other, right? If your feet are moving, so go kind of slow so you can feel if you've got any movement going on. Does that make sense? Twist. So you want to see if you can lock your hips down and minimize the movement. You might not get all of it on, but all right, so now that you have that, inhale, lift, exhale, reach past your baby toe. Inhale, lift, exhale, reach past your baby toe. Perfect. So, gauging that, are you starting to feel some muscles in your back and in your core, your legs, feet still flexed, abs still pulled in. Next layer, reaching 3 pulses, but they're not bounces, they're reaches, right? So you don't want to bounce, you want to reach actively. Legs burning yet? You should. You're going to feel it in your quad. You're going to feel it in, most likely, in your lats, which are the muscles in your back. You're going to feel it in your obliques. You're working everything right now. So, now you have an opportunity to widen your feet and make it harder, or bring them together and make it easier. As long as your chest is still lifted and your spine is as straight as it can be, you're doing fine. Less important to touch your toe than it is to keep your spine straight. Your spine line's straight. Your shoulders are opening, right? So if you're starting to round, that's your cue, don't reach so far. Beautiful. Feet moving, just checking in. Are we doing all right? Are we breathing? Are you exhaling as you reach and inhaling as you come back? You're like, when is she going to let us stop doing? 2 more on each side. See, choose to go wider or more in, it's up to you. Right on. Breathe. So good. All right, when you're ready, you just drop. How are your arms doing? Yeah? Alright, so come around to your stomach, laying all the way flat. Take your hands in an A position, a triangle, excuse me. Drop your forehead right onto your hands, and then relax your neck. So everything's relaxed. Take your feet out to the edges of your mat, and then on an inhale, lift your thighs off the mat. So thighs off the mat is the most important thing. That's how you know you're engaged. So lifting your thighs off the mat, as if you could take like a pencil and put it underneath your thigh and it wouldn't touch your thigh. Right? Alright, relax that. So you just kind of initiated, turned on those muscles. Now we're going to really turn them on. Take your legs up, thighs off the mat. Crisscross your legs. Try to keep your thighs off the mat. So keep coming. Your butt should be on fire, yes or no? Yeah. Good, keep coming. So lift your thighs, that's the goal. Head is relaxed, face is relaxed. Make sure you're breathing. Thighs off the mat. And if you want a little more, you'll speed it up. You want a little less, you'll slow it down. Wherever you want to be, but you're working your hips. The wider you can kick your feet, but straight. You're working those hip muscles. So take your time, or if you know you have it, start to speed it up. Start to widen it. There you go. 8, 7, 6, keep coming. 4, 3, 2, relax. So ideally, you didn't have any pain in your lower back. If you did, I want to know about it. But ideally, you didn't. You didn't put any real compression there because you didn't lift your chest up. If you lift your chest up, that could be an issue. All right, here we go. Reach your arms out in front of you. Feet stay there. Eyes still on the ground. Everything's coming up. So inhale first, exhale, bring it all up, and lift up higher. 4, 3, 2, and then relax down. We're going to do the same thing. Inhale first, exhale, lift it up, go as high as you get, and then bring it down. So 2 more on your own. Make sure you breathe. How high can you get? So you kind of don't want to lift your chin. You kind of want to look at the floor. Bring it up again. Lift high. Beautiful. This time, lift up and stay up. And then start to swim. Flutter kick. Arms go. So arms up and down. Legs up and down. Arms super engaged. As high as you can be. Chest might lift up, but chin is still facing the floor. You're breathing. You get longer. Life is good. You're still going. 4. Come on. You can lift up higher. 3, 2, release it. Push back into child's pose. Relax. So you literally just work your back, your shoulders, all the muscles that support your spine, your glutes, your hamstring, all good stuff. One thing to know at child's pose does not have to be with your arms in front of you. You can draw them behind you and that might be better for you. Always worth a check to see what feels best. Sometimes, just depends. All right, when you're ready, we're moving on. How are we doing? Yeah? Okay, here we go. Finding that perfect plane. So, the perfect, you know what, let's do it this way. Let's get into tabletop first so you can feel it. So you're in tabletop. What does that mean? Your back is really flat. So draw your belly in, make it strong, and then engage out of your wrists. So in other words, lift up out of the shoulders. Perfect. Inhale, right leg goes back, toe points to the ground. So you want your toe really, really pointing to the ground. And then straight. Perfect. Opposite arm reaches. So if you're yogi, this is a pretty typical pose, but in Pilates you want to be mindful of your toe down. Like push your heel back, toe down. So just that could be fine. But if you're ready, you're going to try to keep your knee as high as you can get it without shifting into your opposite hip. Take each one out to the side and then return it back. Right? So inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. There we go. So exhale when it's hard. So you're going to do about, 5 more on this side. Go slow so you can control the shake if you have the shake. Part of the reason you have the shake is one is breath, the other is dumping into the other hip. So straighten it out as best you can. Keeping that foot flex counts. So toes to the ground. Everything's firing up, yeah? Shake him. Belly pulled in. When you're done, push into child's pose. We can start the other side. Take a little breather. Are you singing in your head? All right, up you go, back into tabletop. So, again, find that neutral spine. Left leg goes back, toe points down. Reach the arm by your bicep, like really long. Just hold that for a sec, feel it. All right, when you've got it, pull the belly in tight. Inhale, exhale, everything each direction. Taking as much time as you can to center your body, to keep it stable. So in yoga, you might move a little bit. In this, you kind of want to be slow so you can feel it. So the higher you lift your knee, the more into the hip. Not easy. Breathe in. Was it 4 more? Breathe in. So you're also working your shoulder, right? Beautiful. When you're done, push back into child's pose. So the next round we're going to do, after you take your little break, is not in tabletop, it's in a plank. So what you would do is you get right to where you were, and then just simply walk your hands out a little bit, and then shift your shoulders over your hands. So that would be the right plank, right? So your hips are slightly forward. Separate your knees out to your hip distance. Be mindful of where your hips are. Take your right hand to your left shoulder and see if you can level out your knees, and then change. So starting out on your toes is helpful because you're going to notice, on your knees, you're going to notice that you're rocking your hips back and forth. So shift, if it gets easy, you know you're doing it wrong. What do I mean by that? Pull your belly up just a little bit, right there, try it there. Whoa, can you feel it? So if you have any pressure in your lower spine, lift your hips slightly. If you're not feeling it in your obliques, lower your hips slightly. So hips down a little bit. And if you're ready, you're going to get on your toes. Try it there. Not necessary, but just depends on where you are. If I had a glass of water and I put it on your tailbone, would it spill? I got a couple of yeses. That's how it's still working. You just want to be mindful of where those hips are. Again, if you had to, might be kind of hard to close your eyes, but it might be interesting. Right on, it's doing great. Alright, so if you need a break, you should take it. If you don't. But we're going to stay in a plank, either on your toes or your knees, wherever you want to be. Ready? Right leg comes up, toe points down, hips stay low. So if you send your hips back, shift forward. 3, 2, 1. Take it back and drop it. Other side. 3, 2, 1. Keeping your foot flexed, that's important. If you want to be on your elbows, no problem. Not a problem. Either way, you can be on your knees and do this by sending the leg out straight, one knee down, or you can be on your toes, doesn't matter. What matters is you're feeling it. You're breathing. Perfect. So if your toe always pointing down, maybe not. Cool. One more each side. One more set of 3. Beautiful. Perfect. And then when you're done, push your child's pose, we'll keep going. I might take a couple breaths here. Really kind of just let all that relax. Let's, we're going to move on. We're going to go to the side. So, when you get long on your side, try to get as long as you can be, right? So you want everything to stack. Your feet stack, your ankles stack, your knees right on top of each other, hips right on top of each other. And just being here should provide a slight wobble. So if you don't have the wobble, you pretty much can tell that your top hip needs to come forward. So if you're sinking back, that's just surface area. So top leg comes up about 4 inches. Don't point to your toe. And now you're going to do those circles, and you're going to go slowly first. Inhale down, exhale around, stop. Inhale down, exhale around, stop. Perfect. So the second thing to think about is to draw your belly in. So I don't think I've ever told you guys this little hack, but you're all doing it anyway, which is a good thing. But if this gets difficult, if you were to bend your knee and slightly put your knee in front of you, you'd have more surface area, it gets easier. So it's harder when your legs are stacked. So you get to pick. Perfect, go the other way. Circle around, stop. You want to pull your belly in. Take your hand if you want, and put it on your oblique, and you can get like instant feedback. Right? Can you feel your muscles? Yes? Good. Are you breathing? Yeah. I guess same. So getting this stop over the top of your foot is key. Breathe, and then one more. Alright, hold it out. Still. If you can, leave it up. Don't touch your foot. Drag your knee, hang out there for a sec. Push your knee back, push your hip forward, kick it, flex your foot, and then draw it down. If you fall or wobble, you get to eat a cookie later because that means it's working. You're good. I also want to say that if you've got your hand in front of you, that is your crafty brain keeping you safe. So get rid of the hand, make it the core work. Make yourself work. And that's that mindfulness piece, right? Who cares if you fall over? Don't worry about it. You're not going anywhere. Squeezing something down. So you're looking for your own body resistance. You're looking for your own ability to control your legs. Perfect. And then hold it out, gentle point, try not to touch. 3 kicks in the front. 3 little kicks in the back. 3 kicks in the front. 3 in the back. Are your abs still pulled in tight? What's going on with the top shoulder? Did it roll back? Can you stack it? Perfect. Take it back to center. Touch your just your toe, don't let it rest too long, just a tap, and then your heel behind you. Straight leg. This doesn't work if your leg bends. So you want straight leg. Feeling it? Straight leg. Oh. Burning? Straight leg. Just the toe, then the heel. Breathe in. One more time. One front, one back. Oh, come up on your elbow. So, flex your foot. So, probably the most important part of this is to come out of your shoulder. In other words, if you drop into your shoulder's going to fall in the back, that surface area. You want to get it square. So come up out of your shoulder. Exhale until your shoulder wants to go behind you. It may be here, that's fine. So inhale first. Exhale. Pull your belly in. Just 2 more. How we doing? There's that Pilates face always. Perfect. Alright. Bend your knee. Take a little break. You haven't put it out yet though, right? Okay. So, your foot is slightly in front of you, right? Up and out of the shoulder, that's important. There's not a lot of weight on this shoulder. Most of the weight is on your hip. Flex your bottom foot. Meet your feet together. Not gonna happen today. Pull your belly in strong. Exhale. Inhale. So again, if you had to, this is like, you don't even need it. It's all core. Hamstrings are tight, don't worry about it. Just bend your knee. It's all good. Are you breathing? I hear you moaning. It's good. Oh. Perfect. 2 more. 1 more. Leave that bottom foot out. Take the top foot, put it in front. Keep going with the bottom foot. Come up out of the shoulder. Breathe. So you want to imagine that you're placing your ankle bone on the ceiling. So as always, where you place your toe is where your hip is going, right? Are you breathing? No. You're like, why did I go? Tina's like, yeah, Fisco. Too funny. Perfect. All right, last class. Haven't put this leg down yet, right? Maybe. Still not going to put it down. Still not going to put it down. Flex your foot. Make sure you're lined up. So how you know? You can only see your toes. So there's no part of your foot that you can see. The knee comes, the knee comes to your chin. It's about a 2-inch movement. But your knee doesn't open. It's just your knee drawn to your chin and your foot is flexed. That's the key. Yeah? The closer, tinier little ball you get out, the more you're going to get. So a little fun fact, for those of you with crappy knees, this is kind of like squats. So you're working those glute muscles, those hip muscles, without any pressure on your joints. It's kind of why it hurts so much, because it's working that muscle. Breathe in. You're going to hate me in 2 days. Tara's going to be like, yeah, I'm never coming back. All right, we can finish this up. 8, 7, just sing. 4, 3, 2, oh, lay on your back, drop your foot over your knee, open up your hip. Stay here for just a second, relax your shoulder. You guys make me laugh. That's funny. All right, then take your other knee and draw it close so you can stretch the muscle out there. But everything else should be relaxed. Everything, your head, your neck, your shoulders. Breathe in, right? You can stop breathing. All right, a little bit of a transition. Both feet go out. The leg you just worked is going to stay up in the air, so you'll know because it's still hurting. The other one's going to go 45 degrees. Grab your leg, keep it straight. Come up off the ground if you can. So shoulder blades off the ground. Give it a pull on Exhale, and inhale, switch it. Straight leg. So this doesn't work well if your legs are slightly bent, so you want to straighten them. It makes zero difference how close you pull. That's just flexibility, it will come over time. What you're looking for is lift from the shoulder blades, draw your core tight, and a lot of breath. So think about it. Exhale, pull, inhale, switch. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Draw your knees into your chest. Just for a second, we're going to add on to that. So remember that straight leg? Take that same leg you just worked. The other one can fall to the ground. You don't have to lift it, it just makes it harder. So, at least initially, start to walk up the leg, see if you can straighten your leg all the way up. And once you get there, the hard part is the down. Come on. So you're going to control it. You're going to walk back down, pull your abs in tight, exhale. You're going to control it. So do 4 more. Inhale, up you go. Give it a pull. Exhale, walk it back down. Doing great. So how high can you get up there? Oh, so the down is the tough part. Up, a little easier. Down is where you gotta control it. So the good news is you're working your core big time. You're also lengthening the hamstring. So it's kind of cool. So when you get to the top, see if you can straighten up your spine. Yes. Tight hamstrings are a very good indication of weak hip muscles and abs. Your hamstrings are taking too much of the load, so they're tight. So this will help. One more time. Nice. Right on. Then you're going to roll over to the other side. Good news is there's only 8 minutes to go. Alright, so find that really long spot, right? Everything is stacked. Everything is stacked. So, again, move your hand out of the way so you're forced to use your core. Your brain will kick in and pretend like you need it. You don't right now. So let that go. Inhale, top foot goes up. Gentle point, circling around with control. It always blows me away because our brains, all they're doing is looking for don't fall, which is why your hands are going down. And which is why, over time, core muscles stop working the way they need to be working because your brain's taken over and said, hey, let me use my shoulder instead of my core, it's easier. So that's why it's hard. So soft point to the toe, and then go the other way. Noticing any kind of wobble is a good thing. You want it. You also want to notice where the top hip is going. You want to notice what's going on with the bottom leg. You're using it big time. It's strongly engaged. You could even engage it more if you wanted to. All you gotta do is breathe. Gentle point to the toe. There you go. Cool. One more time. Then drag. So again, hang out there. Feel that. You want to open up your hip by pulling your knee back, pushing your hip forward. Kick it, flex it, and then squeeze it down. So you got a lot of stuff going on here. You got opening the hip. You have using inner thigh. You're pulling your abs in, super strong. You're taking time to see what's going on with the rest of your body. See if you can pull your core in more to get more still. The waddle's good though, don't worry about that. Just make sure your knees pull back and you're engaging everything, using control rather than momentum. Right on. Kick it up. And hold it out. 3 little kicks in the front, 3 in the back. So usually the back is the hardest, right? That's okay. Just control it. You don't have to kick that far. In fact, you kind of want to find the tipping point. And you want to pull your abs in and it'll make it easier. Perfect. One more in the back. Okay, so focus in. Toe to front, just tap it. Heel in the back, just tap it. Straight leg. So the minute you bend your knee, it is it. Oh. There's that Pilates face. I'm making t-shirts, I swear. I'm gonna make a t-shirt. So I can just say lemon. Breathing. If you're wobbling, good job, you made it. Don't worry about it. One more time to the front. One more time to the back. Coming up on the elbow, flex your foot. Come out of the shoulder, pull your core in. Exhale to wherever you stop today. Take that. You got 4 more, so take your time. And notice if you're sinking back into your hip, your shoulders dropping back. See if you can push your top shoulder back forward. Because the shoulder going back is just counterbalance, right? What was that, 3? I don't know now. Perfect. Alright, up it goes. You ready? Draw your abs in first. Flex the bottom foot, lift it off the ground. Take it up, take it down. Again, if that hand crept in front of you, it's not bad. It's just funny that we don't become aware of it. So if you can get rid of it, then you are forced to use your core, not your neck. Exhale, inhale. Burn it. Kinda. You can talk to me? That's how you talk to me. All right, one more. Hold the leg out, take the top one down, keep going. What happened to your neck? Out of your shoulder? You're still engaged? What's going on with the foot? Is it parallel to the floor? The ankle going up to the ceiling? It matters. If you don't believe me, relax your foot. You'll see it gets a whole bunch easier. And harder at the same time. There's Pilates face again. Do you haven't put your foot down yet, right? You just kind of gave the top one a break. So bring it in, don't put this one down. All the way down. Check to see, you can only see your toes. Knee goes to your nose, basically. So while you're here, pull your, like be aware that you're pulling your belly in. So instead of pushing it out, pull it back in. Breathe in. Perfect. Oh, Sunday's gonna be fun, isn't it? Do this for 2 hours. Are you breathing? Keep coming. Make sure that knee doesn't drop. You want a perfect alignment. Breathe in. All right, 10, 9, 8. Even anything for 7 seconds. Anything. 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, relax it. Beautiful. Drop it over. Make sure you take the time to open your hip. That's important. Relax your shoulder while you're there. Whenever you're ready, exhale the other knee close. Head is loose and heavy. Arms just kind of fall out to the side. You could grab your other leg, but in my opinion, that just makes your shoulders round. So if you just relax your arms to the side, use your other knee to pull, you're actually straightening your spine, but also getting a little ab work in there too. So big inhale, exhale. Place your knees on the, feet on the ground. Last round, last. So your feet are going to come kind of close to you, and they're hip width apart, so be mindful of where you put them. And then lift your hips up to the ceiling for bridge. It's different than yoga though, right? So squeeze everything. You want to draw your belly in, squeeze through your heels. So toes are still on the ground though, so you don't want to lift your toes up, you just want to push through the heel. Then, without moving your right foot, send the left foot up to the ceiling. 12 pulses. 1, 2, go as high as you can, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Place that foot down, stay up, other leg, 1, 2, 3. So you're pulling your belly in, yes or no? Say yes. Just want to make sure you're still with me. How many was that? 10? 12? Thank you. And then here's where I want you to close your eyes. And as you roll yourself down, imagine one going at a time. Super aware. And draw your knees in. Give it a big squeeze. Roll around any way you want. And tip your knees to your right side. Close your eyes. Slowly, mindfully bring them back with your core to the other side. So I think it's really important, especially with any of these, that you just put so much work in. You did all this mindful stuff, and the best way to get all the benefit is to release everything. So find the position that is most comfortable for you. It could be on your back, it could be on your side, it could be that you place the soles of your feet together and allow your knees just to flop out. Really, there is no right or wrong. It is your body, your way. Closing your eyes as you settle into wherever you are. You start to relax all the muscles in your eyes. You start to relax the muscles in your jaw. When you bring awareness and breath to those muscles, it's amazing how much you can release by just putting some focus on it. Now let the breath sink your shoulders into the ground. Let the muscles in your chest soften. Even your belly, just let it go. Feel the weight of your legs on the floor. Your hands. Know that you are supremely supported, and you really can just kind of let everything drop. And for the next few breaths, kind of just use them to sink lower into the floor. Before you go anywhere, take a really slow inhale through your nose. Make the exhale just a little bit longer. And I want to say you guys are amazing. You inspire me. You inspire me so much I created a business around you. And so I'm so grateful, so grateful. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you feel taller and stronger. I see you next week.